By the end of this video, you're gonna know all the 1 card combos as well as the 1.5 card combos, and you'll go from the beginner memento player whose end boards look like this to advanced memento player whose end boards look like this. What's up guys, it's me Kema-YGO with another video for you today. So for today guys, as you can see, I got you a memento in-depth combo guide. I will teach you all of these 1 card combos to 1.5 card combos, and yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. First, I'm gonna teach you angwitch or dark blade 1 card combo, because dark blade will spare summon the angwitch like 99% of the time. So yeah, let's say we have angwitch. So we will normal summon our angwitch, activate its effect to search for our horse, Tatsunoto Shigo. Now we'll activate its effect to spare summon, because we only control the memento monsters, or we don't control any monsters. And now activate its effect, destroy memento monster we control, and send memento monsters so it matches his level. So we are going to send the monsters to equal level 5, because he is level 5, and we will send mace, goblin, as well as the shleepy. So 1, 1, 3 are the levels we set. Now we'll activate angwitch other effect, target memento in the grave, special summon it, and destroy memento monster we control. Next, we are going to use effect of our mace, destroy 1 memento monster we control, to search for any memento card we want from our deck. We will search for memento fusion. Now we will activate our memento fusion, shuffling 3 memento monsters from our graveyard, which will be all monsters that we used, so mace, angwitch, as well as the horse, to our deck, because if your monster was destroyed this turn, you can shuffle memento monsters from your graveyard to summon your fusion monster. We will summon the Creation King. On summon, Creation King activates its effect, sending 3 memento cards from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. So we'll send the Creation King himself from the extra deck, and we'll send Akihiron from our main deck, as well as the Gaddick from our main deck. On the rest, we have the Gaddick, because it was sent from to the graveyard because of a memento effect. It can spare summon itself, and on summon targets a card in the graveyard to return it to the hand. We will return our Shleepy to the hand. Next, we will use our Creation King, banish itself from the graveyard, to search for Memento Clan, which is our important field spell. It has 3 effects, so if our memento monster battles, our opponent can activate spells and traps until the end of damage step. Next, if our monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, we can target it in the graveyard and spare summon 1 memento monster from our hand or graveyard with a level lower than the destroyed monster, and in the end phase it can set memento spell trap from the graveyard. So we'll now activate our field spell, and now activate the Shleepy to spare summon itself, because our monster was destroyed by card effect, and we can activate its effect on the field. When it's normal special summoned, we can fuse, so we'll fuse with our 2 monsters, Gaddick and the Shleepy, to summon our Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon on summon will use its effect, destroying itself, to search for 2 memento monsters. We are going to search for the Horned Dragon, as well as our mace that we shuffled in the deck previously. On the rest, we'll go Memento Clan, channeling 1, target the Twin Dragon, to spare summon a memento monster from our hand or graveyard with a level lower than it. Channeling 2, we are going to go Twin Dragon, spare summon level 6 or level memento from our graveyard, and channeling 3, we are going to spare summon the Akihiron, activate its effect, because our memento is destroyed by battle or card effect. Akihiron is summoned above the Twin Dragon. We have the special summon of our goblin, and with the field spell we can special summon something like the Shleepy to get another name successfully in our graveyard. Next thing we will do is activate our fusion, banish itself from the graveyard to search for memento spell trap, but we will first need to destroy one memento monster we control. So we will destroy our yugioh. To search for the bone party. On the res, we have the yugioh targeting back the fusion because it was destroyed by card effect to return banished or in graveyard memento card to our hand. So we have these 4 cards in our hand. Next we'll use our goblin to destroy the shleepy to send 2 memento cards from our deck to the graveyard, which will be the angwitch as well as the combined creation. And effect of the shleepy on the rest, because it was destroyed by battle or card effect, we can send another memento card from our deck to the graveyard, which will be our memento cranium burst, our 5 monster in the game. And now only left thing to do is spare summon the horn dragon, because we have 3 or more memento monsters in our graveyard. I'll link off these 2 into our SP to be safe, or you can go IP if you want more interruptions, but I think SP is always a better choice because it's more safe. The only thing left to do is special summon our combined creation by shuffling 5 memento monsters from our hand or graveyard. So we'll shuffle the goblin as well as the shleepy, the twin dragon, Garrick, and also we can shuffle our yugioh into our deck or extra deck to special summon our combined creation. Then we can go set our 2 memento spell traps and go into the end phase when our field spell will trigger to set a memento spell trap. We'll set our cranium burst. So what we have on the end board is really simple. We have 10 interruptions here. So when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can trigger your combined creation to special summon the horn dragon from your graveyard. I will now go with my interruptions as I always go, but you can always change that. So I would first use the Creation King to destroy something on your opponent's field equally to the memento monsters you control. So that's one interruption. On the rest, you can use the Momentum Clan targeting the Creation King, special summon a memento monster with a lower level than it. So we'll special summon the Anguish, which will use its effect to search for one memento monster. We can search for the yugioh here because we'll likely discard it. Next thing you can do is activate the SP targeting itself and another monster to banish on your opponent's field. Next, you can use the Boom Party, destroy the Horn Dragon to special summon something like Darkblade. On the rest, you can go Chainlink 1, the Horn Dragon, targeting Angwitch and his 2 face-up cards to destroy, Chainlink 2 Darkblade, destroying yugioh to destroy spell trap you control. So Angwitch will be destroyed and his spell trap will be destroyed, as well as his 2 face-up cards without Twin Dragon. On the rest, you can trigger yugioh because our Angwitch was destroyed to special summon him. This is also in the graveyard. Then we can go use Mace to steal your opponent's monsters, which is, I believe, 5 interruptions. Memento Fusion can shuffle the... we will first use the Cranium Burst, and you can use it at any time, flip it, and just start your combined creation, lower its attack by 1000 defense and 1000 attack, and negate a monster effect on the field. And for our last interruption, you can use Fusion to fuse with these 2 for something like I prefer the Dragosapelia or Guardian Chimera if you have any monsters left in your hand, but I think your opponent is not getting through your other interruptions. So yeah, that is our board explanation, and you also have a lot of follow-up in the face of Darkblade, the Memento Fusion popping monster to search for your spell trap. So yeah, that would be it for our first combo. Let's go into our horse combo. For our second combo, as I said, we have the horse. So we'll activate horse special summon. I've already explained all the effects. I'll not go as slow as the last combo because you know what every card does. So we'll activate Horse, destroying itself to send monsters that match its level. We will send the Shleepy as well as the Gaddock. On the rest, Gaddock will activate to special summon itself, and Gaddock will activate targeting Shleepy to add back to your hand. Next, we are going to use a Shleepy to special summon itself, and Shleepy effect to fuse for these two into our Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon will now use its effect to destroy itself to search for two memento monsters, and remember we did a normal summon, so we'll search for the Dark Blade because it's the best our normal summon if we are uninterrupted, and we'll search for the Horn Dragon. Next, we'll go on the res Twin Dragon to special summon the Shleepy from the graveyard, and we'll normal summon the Dark Blade and activate its effect, destroying the Shleepy to special summon a memento monster from your deck, which will be angwitch. On summon effect to search, chaining 2 will be Shleepy to send a monster from your deck to the graveyard, and we will send the mace, and you will search for your combined creation with your angwitch. Next, you'll use angwitch effect, target the mace, destroy itself to special summon the mace, and now you'll use mace effect, destroy a memento monster you control to search for a memento card from our deck to the hand. We are going to search for our fusion, and we'll now use the fusion. So we are going to send combined creation from our hand to the graveyard, as well as shuffle the Twin Dragon and the Gaddock. Twin Dragon is going to our extra deck, and Gaddock is going to the main deck. Combined creation from your hand to the graveyard to special summon your Creation King. Now Creation King on summon will activate its effect to send 3 memento cards from our deck or extra deck to the graveyard. So we'll send, as per usual, the Goblin, because we didn't use it yet. We'll send the Akihiron as well as the other Creation King from our extra deck to the graveyard. So these 3 cards. Next, we're going to use the Creation King, banish itself from the graveyard to search for our field spell, Memento Clan, and we will immediately activate it. So now we are going to use our fusion in the graveyard, banish itself, destroy a monster we control, and we are going to search a memento spell trap. We are going to search for the Boom Party. Next, on the res, we're going to use Memento Clan, channeling 1, targeting the Dark Blade to special summon a monster at a lower level, and we'll use Akihiron to special summon itself because our memento monster was destroyed. We'll special summon the Goblin with our field spell, and now we'll activate the Goblin, destroying Akihiron to send 2 cards from our main deck to the graveyard. We'll send the Cranium Burst and another monster just so we can shuffle it because we have already too much names. On the res, Akihiron will activate its effect, targeting fusion to add back to our hand from the banish. Next, we'll special summon our Twin Dragon, the Horn Dragon, and link off these 2 into our SP Little Knight just to be safe from the Nibiru and other interruptions. And for our final step, we will just special summon the combined creation, shuffling 5, we'll shuffle the Goblin, the Gaddock, the Dark Blade, Mace, and the Horse to special summon our combined creation. We are going to set our 2 memento spell traps, and in the end phase you can go Memento Clan, target the Cranium Burst to set, so we are going to set it. So you have almost the same end board as our last. You're just missing the mace in your hand, but what are you going to do is when your opponent activates on the res, I'll not explain all the end board because I already explained enough and how to use interruptions. When your opponent activates something on the res, I'll just show what is changed. So we will special summon the Horn Dragon with your command creation, and Boom Party when you want to use destroy the Horn Dragon, special summon the angwitch, and you'll get your mace this way. So angwitch chilling 1, chilling 2, Horn Dragon, targeting angwitch and his 2 cards to pop, and angwitch will search mace just to have another interruptions to steal your opponent's monster. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's go on to our third. For our third combo, we have Goblin. So let's go right into it. We'll normal summon the Goblin and activate its effect, destroying itself to send 2 memento cards from your deck to the graveyard. And this is the easiest way to access fusion, I believe, because you'll send the Gaddock and the fusion from your deck to your graveyard. Now, the Gaddock will activate to try special summon itself and activate Gaddock, targeting the fusion to add back to our hand. Next, we'll activate the fusion, sending the Gaddock to the graveyard, as well as shuffle the Goblin into the deck to special summon our Twin Dragon on the field. And Twin Dragon is going to use its effect, destroying itself, to search for our Combined Creation and Shleepy. On the res, we'll activate Twin Dragon to special summon a level 6 or lower memento monster from your graveyard, and that will be the Gaddock. Next, we'll activate the Shleepy to special summon itself and activate its effect on the field. When it's normal or special summoned, we can fuse from our hand or graveyard into our memento monster. We'll fuse to our Creation King. Creation King on summon will use its effect to send 3 cards from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard, and that will be the Dark Blade, as well as the Yugioh and the copy of our Creation King from our extra deck to access our field spell as easy as possible. Next, we are going to use effect of our Creation King in the graveyard, banish itself to search for our Memento clan, our important field spell, and it will activate it immediately. Next step we are going to do is activate fusion in the graveyard, destroy monster we control to search for our Memento spell trap, and we are going to search for our Bone Party. Next, we will activate the field spells as Channeling 1 targeting Creation King, and Channeling 2 will be Akira to special summon itself. So, Akira will special summon, and with our field spell, we'll special summon a monster, memento monster with a lower level than the monster destroyed, which was the Creation King. Now, we are going to use Dark Blade effect, destroy the Yugioh to special summon a memento monster from our deck, which will be the angwitch. On the rest, we can go Yugioh or angwitch Channeling 1 to add a memento monster from our deck to our graveyard, add it from our deck to our hand, and Yugioh Channeling 2 targeting back the fusion. We'll add back fusion to our hand from our banish zone and activate the angwitch to add memento monster from our deck to our hand, which will be the Horn Dragon. This is where the combo changes a little bit because it's our first time to activate our Bone Party. We will destroy angwitch to special summon our mace from our deck, and we are going to activate mace, destroy itself to search for our cranial burst, because usually we use the goblin at the end of our combo, but now we use it as our starter and the combo changed a little bit, but is the same end board. We'll special summon the Horn Dragon because we have 3 more mementos in our graveyard. Link off these 2 into our all-important SP Little Knight. And for our last step, as always, we are going to special summon our Combined Creation by shuffling 5 memento monsters from our graveyard. So we are going to shuffle the Dark Blade, Mace, the Twin Dragon, Gaddock, and the Shleepy to our deck to special summon our all-important Combined Creation. We are going to set those 2 cards in the end phase when Atomic Clan will trigger to set our Bone Party. So what we have here is essentially the same end board that we usually have. So I'm gonna just go over the things that changed. So Combined Creation, on the rest of your opponent activated card, will special summon the Creation King from our graveyard, and Creation King that can then pop card and itself. Atomic Clan on the res will activate targeting the Creation King, and Yugioh to special summon itself, so Yugioh will be special summoned, and the field spell will summon the Horn Dragon. When you want to destroy bonus cards, just activate Bone Party, destroying the Horn Dragon to special summon angwitch, angwitch channeling 1 to search, channeling to the horn dragon, targeting the yugioh and his 2 cards to pop, and angwitch will search for the mace, and you know the rest of it. Now we can go onto our 4th combo, which will be the mace 1.5 card combo. Our next combo we have the mace combo with another name, because mace on itself doesn't do anything. I've already made a video talking about this, you can watch it. If I can, I'll leave it in the description box below, and you'll see on the thumbnail on the screen right now. And yeah, I explained why mace doesn't do anything on its own. So we have the horn dragon as the biggest brick in our deck because it doesn't do anything on its own. So we'll normal summon the mace, activate effect, destroying itself to search for our fusion. Next we'll activate our fusion, sending this to the graveyard and shuffling the mace from our graveyard to deck to spell summon our twin dragon. Twin dragon is now going to activate its effect, destroying itself to search for the 2 memento monsters from our deck to our hand, and it will search for our horse as well as the yugioh from our deck to our hand. Now we'll activate the horse to spell summon itself, and horse effect, destroying itself to send memento monsters to match its level, so we'll send the Gaddick as well as the shleepy. On the rest, Gaddick will trigger to spell summon itself and target back on the summon, target back the shleepy to add back to our hand. Now we'll activate shleepy to spell summon itself, and shleepy effect, using for these 3 to make our Creation King. On summon, Creation King will activate its effect to send the Creation King from our extra deck, another copy, and we'll send the goblin as well as the dark blade. Next we are going to use our Creation King, banish itself from the graveyard to search for our memento plan. And now we can activate our memento plan and activate our fusion in the graveyard, banishing itself to destroy Creation King and search for our bone party. So we search for our bone party, and on the rest we'll activate memento plan, targeting the Creation King to press summon a monster with a lower level from it, and we'll activate the yugioh from our graveyard to spell summon itself. So yugioh is been spell summoned, and we'll spell summon the dark blade with our field spell. Next we can use our dark blade, destroying the yugioh to special summon our angwitch from our deck, and on the rest, angwitch will go as channeling 1 to search, and yugioh directing back to fusion to add back to our hand. Now, and we'll resolve the angwitch to search for our mace. Next, what we can do is use our angwitch, destroying itself, targeting the goblin to spell summon, and activate the goblin, destroying itself to send 2 cards. So we'll send the cranium burst as well as the combined creation. Next, we'll spell summon the combined creation by shuffling 5. We will shuffle the twin dragon, the horse, the Gaddick and shleepy, as well as the another name, which will be the goblin. So these 5 monsters are going to be shuffled for the summon of our combined creation. And the last thing left to do is set our 2 memento spell traps. In the end phase also, memento will set the cranium burst. So what we're missing here is our SP when it is in the end of the world. It's mace. I think I showcased on my channel how you can also get SP on the field. In the same video I explained why mace doesn't do anything, so you can also watch that if you want the other type of hand board, but it's essentially the same. Let's see what's the difference. So we are missing the Creation King on our hand board. On the rest of an effect we'll just activate spell summon it, and Creation King can show itself and another card. We also can show Dark Blade because we have 2 monsters that we can destroy. And on the rest you can go field spell to summon and summon the Horn Dragon. And I think I forgot to add mace to our hand with the angwitch when I activated its effect. Or if it's not meant to be in our hand, we'll just add it now with Horn Dragon Bone Party destroying the Horn Dragon. Spell summon Angwitch, Angwitch channeling coin channeling to Bone Party to destroy the Angwitch and his 2 cards. And you can also trigger the yugioh to spell summon itself. And we would now search the mace with our Angwitch if we do not have it, but I think we should have it. I just forgot to add it to our hand. And we have also the shleepy in our hand. If you already search the mace, you are going to search for our shleepy. And you also have the fusion and cranial burst for your 5 monster gates. So yeah, let's go into our 5th and the final combo, which will be the shleepy plus another name. 5th and final combo, we have the shleepy plus another name, or I will say the break, because if you have any other name, you're just going to normal or special summon it. So we'll normal summon the shleepy and activate its effect fusing with Horn Dragon and itself to make your Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon will now use its effect destroying itself to search for our horse, as well as the mace. On the rest, you'll go Twin Dragon to spare summon a level 6 or lower memento monster from our graveyard, which will be the shleepy. And we're going to go the horse effect to spare summon, and horse effect destroying the shleepy to send memento monsters to match its level. So we'll send the goblin and we'll send the Garrick. On the rest, Garrick will trigger as channeling 1, channeling 2 shleepy to send a card from our memento card from our deck to graveyard. So we will send the fusion from our deck to graveyard and now spare summon the Garrick. Garrick on summon will target the fusion that we sent, so it will be added to our hand. Next, we'll activate the fusion to fuse with our Garrick from the field because we don't really need it, and we will shuffle those 2 cards because we need it in our deck, an extra deck for the late game, and we'll spare summon the Creation King. Creation King on the summon will go and send 3 cards from our main deck or extra deck memento cards. We're going to send the copy of itself per usual, and we're going to send the Dark Blade as well as our Akihiron. Now we'll activate the Creation King, banish itself from the graveyard to search for our field spell, and we will immediately activate our field spell when you search it. The next step is going to be, this was supposed to be in the graveyard, sorry, all the time. We'll banish it from our graveyard to search for our Bone Party by destroying 1 monster we control. So we'll destroy the horse to search for our Bone Party. On the rest, we'll go memento clan, target the horse to spare summon a monster with a lower level from it, and we'll go the Akihiron to spare summon itself. So Akihiron will be special summoned, and we will spare summon the Dark Blade from our graveyard. Next, we'll use the Dark Blade, destroy the Akihiron to special summon the Angwitch from our deck. Angwitch will be channeling 1 to search a monster, and Akihiron targeting by diffusion to add back to our hand, and Angwitch will resolve. This time we didn't forget it, and we'll search for our Horn Dragon. Angwitch destroy itself, targeting the goblin to spare summon itself, and goblin destroy itself to send 2 memento cards from our deck to graveyard, which will be the command creation and our cranium burst. Next, we'll spare summon the Horn Dragon and go with these 2 into our SP Little Knight. So I think this is the most powerful combo, but it is not the 1 card combo, and that's why most of the content creators won't really show it. And the only thing left to do is spare summon your command creation by shuffling 5 memento monsters. We will shuffle the Dark Blade, the Goblin, the Shleepy, the Garrick, as well as the horse. So essentially we have the board that we had in the first combo with our Angwitch, and it's the most powerful. So we started the most powerful combo and end with the most powerful combo as well as our end board. We'll set our 2 cards and activate my atomic line, targeting cranial burst to set it. So this is our end board. I already explained it, what it does. This is 10 interruptions, or also it can be 11 interruptions if you count the Dark Blade. So yeah, guys, for you that stayed to the end, I really appreciate for your support and thank you for being there and watching till the end. This is my 50th video, so I just figured out to make some spreadsheet combo or in-depth memento combo guide. And yeah, if you have any other ideas, comment down below and I will see you in the next one.